pay your tax, equal tax again, and then you give receipt. And I may go naka, in a go naka me equal tax, or do you go to the bank to pay your tax? What does government owe you when you pay your tax? Kisurandi na si government lo government tinyoko nozo manasi equal tax is in a mankungu e boso. Kisurandi na tuno mana government ade me ihe akwesili. Well, this program is designed to make you know the benefit of paying your tax, and then also remind the government of its responsibility to provide social amenities for you. My name is Ife Onachuku. Welcome to the program, Tax for Service. Well, this is a program that is brought to you by the Tax Justice and Governance Platform, TJ&GP, Social and Integral Development Center, SIDEC, technical support from Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, CISLAC, funded by Oxfam, and it always comes to you in English and Igbo languages. Well, today we have a very special topic to talk about. Have you heard about tax clearance certificates and other things? That was what we did last week. Am I humble? Well, today we are taking a different turn, because we are taking a look at something that will benefit you and something that will make you feel at home more than actually equal tax. Here in the studios, we have people who have the authority to talk about tax and how to make it better in Anambra State. Well, guess what we're talking about today? I know you know it. Mana, you may be wrong because I've not actually let the cat out of the bag. And so today we shall be taking a look at transforming tax administration through technology. We talk about notifications, we talk about collection, we talk about remittance and accounting systems. Here in the studios, first we have Mrs. Amara Kate Toyeka. She is the Senior Special Assistant, SSA IGR Technical, Anambra State. I na sige no. Ezibo madam.
Thank you.
From SIDEC, we have their executive director appearing. Well, she's also the host of Tax, Justice and Governance Platform. Ugochi here Hurricane Asigi. No.
If you no no SSA.
Hey, so what SSA no.
I will call him a host.
Thank you so much.
I thought there's no host. I'm just a co-host. All right. Now let's talk about, when we talk about tax administration, last week we talked about tax administration, but today we're talking about it, transforming it through technology.
Yeah.
So what concept is that?
Technology.
HOTC, technology, zero okay. Biko kowala ani SSA.
Okay, all the man, the buyer, I can know. Today I get how tax administration is enhanced using technology. Before now, what you have is that each tax again, a governor head office in the. So let's use Anambra State as an example. Each tax, you better go from wherever you are across Anambra State, and then most probably pay in cash. That was maybe in the 1960s. But now what we have is that tax administration in Anambra State has been intensely enhanced by technology. What it means is that using your handheld phone or your computer or whatever means, via internet, you can actually pay your taxes. So what that means for us, for Anambra, is that we have actually developed some technological enabled platforms to make tax payments in Anambra State quite easy. Or like sometimes maybe if you want to buy, those days you want to buy a recharge card, for example, you just go to paper paper the numbers that and they will show you how to recharge it. But now once you have your bank app on your phone, you just go through that your bank app and then tinye go up nature go for recharge card, tinye your number, and then you get credit alert. So that's what it means. So it means that if you have money in your account, you can as well go through your bank or through any other means and enter what you want to pay for, and you get debited for your taxes and you get instant receipt. So I move go buy na high sea or
Una join go the trend.
Yes, you have moved.
The world is a global village. Everybody in regard to tax.
Exactly.
But we'll talk about it more. Just give us a few minutes and then we'll open up our lines and allow you to ask any questions or even answer this question that we have here in the studio for the callers. What's one improvement, just one? If you have 3, if you have 2, it's okay. But what's one improvement would you make tax payment, would make tax payment more effective and transparent for you in Anambra State? Technology and all about transparency and accountability.
Yes.
So, Kedi, one improvement you want Anambra State government to make in tax payment to make it more effective and transparent in this state? That's the question. I know. Ihage odo anya lega kunya na government no ba na government wele amegene. Yes. Now, let's talk about the progress.
Okay.
The progress. Let's just assess the progress that has been made in tax administration in Anambra State since previous editions of. Last year we did tax for service, which you remember.
Yeah, you did.
So let's take a look at the improvements in we go so far. IG Messinke last year. Yes.
All right, thank you very much, Ify, for this wonderful question. If you ask me, you will say yes, we've done a whole lot, mostly in the area of IG generated. Yeah, from last year to this year. With Anambra State, we've been able to generate a lot because even when we designed our proposal was designed in the manner that Anambra State was generating within the neighborhood of 3.8 million to 3 billion. And that was what also inspired our campaign that we can actually do more supporting Anambra's AIRS in terms of desensitization, capacity strengthening, to ensure that contributes, because the project is tax for service. If people should actually pay their tax, that will inform the level of services and also promote service delivery across the state. So in the area of improvement, yes, like I said, when we did our forecast and when we also did our proposal, we were saying that we'll give ourselves a benchmark that will be, at the end of this project, we'll be able to achieve at least 48 billion. 48 billion for Anambra State. So, but now if you ask me, as at 2024, Anambra State was able to generate 42 billion 689 million 61,107 naira. So for me, this is a plus going by what they were generating before now. And it's as a result of this max mobilization that's why we have SSA, like I always call him, responsive, swift and prompt SSA. And also, I think you recall, last week we were here with the chairman. You see that all of them are so proactive. When it comes, when you know people that stakeholders that understand what they do, is even how responsive are they when you invite them for programs. See that they are responsive and they are swift. So that's to add to what we've done. We've been able to move from the era of 2.8 billion, that's 28 point something billion at the end of the year. We've moved from there, moved from 30-something billion to now 42 points. Probably
it's
43
even more.
billion.
It's actually
right. So even when you look at this 2025 now, as at January, they were able to raise 4 billion 699 million 406,726. So with this, if you are to forecast with this, you see that at the end of this year, they may be achieving 52 or 51 billion.
We are still going to do much more. Certainly going to do much more than that.
Okay, because I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
Now that we have achieved a level of success in tax payment.
Yes.
Are you resting on your oars? Do you think you are almost reaching your target?
We haven't even reached. Because one of the things Chairman Upu is that SSA, all those states that are doing above 100 billion a year, you see how they are 30. And if you ask me, that is where our eyes are. You know, as at last year, we were around top 15 in the whole of the 36 states plus FCT. But what we want to do at the end of this year is to enter top 10 comfortably. You know, how do we want to do that? One of the major ways we can do it is to block loopholes. Now, Mdiba also complain a lot about how they get maltreated in terms of imago, how, you know, the collection process. But you see, if they are not aiding this process,
call it touts.
Yes, if they are not aiding it, it won't work. It will not be a thing. It will not continue to be a thing. So one of the things we have, you know, initiated this year is zero cash.
Okay, you said if somebody is not
aiding it.
Listening on
so for example, the taxpayers themselves. So
not aid it. How?
Exactly. Now, each equal tax again. You see a boy on the road who is wearing ARS, maybe Chuku the ARS, for example, because this is what they do. They just go and customize our logo and their names, and they move around the streets. So you know that these people are not our agents by no means. ARS do not employ touts. We do not employ people who are not educated, so to say, to work for us. Even at enforcement level, when we have a bet, we still scrutinize these people and we do training for them to make sure that they bring a level of professionalism to, you know, to serving our people. So now, this year, what we have said is, in the whole of Anambra State, we do not want any taxpayer or any tax administrator handling cash. All payment must go through the right channels electronically. So if you do that, you see that more than 80% of the loopholes that we have, where the leakages are in the revenue, will be blocked. So if you ask me, I will say at the end of this year, we should be over 100 billion.
Wow.
Yes, we should be over.
Okay, now let's take a look at some of the emerging challenges that are currently affecting tax compliance and revenue collection in Anambra State. I think I should start. You know, you are the Oga Bata Bata. One agent field, but that of the civil societies, they are also
they do a lot of work as well.
Yes, they are the bridge builders.
Yes,
they bridge the gap. So Ogochi, kedu ifo no fogasili mendi madada ko tax in the field.
So one major thing, I think one major thing, you know, people want to see results, and what SSA might see as a result or have in mind as a result might not really be the result that people are expecting. What I also see as a result to people
might not be
not even a result to them. So they want those things that they will see. When they see, they say, hey, this government is working. So part of the challenges when it comes to revenue and why some try to evade or avoid is because they want to see services, and that's what led to the campaign we are implementing to the task for service. For instance, in major markets in Anambra State, looking at Nnewi, they want to see their interconnecting roads built for them. And where they don't see it, even if you're doing major roads, and that one that concern and affects their day-to-day businesses is not in good condition, for them they say that what's the essence of paying tax. And that also leads to evasion, avoidance. You see people trying to do sharp practices. That's one. Then another thing that they see as, I think it's all about services. When it comes to the technical aspect, the manner at which people collect this money from them. And you've heard from the SSA that sometimes they are not their staff. I've seen one morning somebody just called me. It's around 7 a.m. Onisi, ndebe ha womo ndebe, you know that's ndebe soludo nsi a which ndebe soludo nwa dia na akọ unu ochie ka ndo me akọ unu nne kiri nde ha wawo ha si na ndebe soludo na ha bụ ogbiri ebe anọ asị na ha na-abịa nara ha ego ana nsi biko kawa ahụ ka ịmata jugide ha na-akpọkwa masị m na asụsụ nọ ndị ubet nsi a na ndị ubet asị m nsi a ubet bịara na gị ha sị na ha bịara na tax nsi ha no ha ya bịara na be gị bịa na gị tax before ị bịa na pụọ tax ị ga-eme ihe a na-akpọ na assessment.
Yes,
ị assess show me in fact anyị anaghị tax by that time ị na-akpọ m November tax nka na anaga nke 2023 2022 ka 2021 ka 2024 anu anyị nọ n'elu ya na aghọtara m so oge eji wee kọwa onye ubet ahụ wee si ebe ahụ onye ahụ si na onye ubet
si ebe ahụ pụọ
wee si ebe ahụ wee pụọ wee mara na onye amago ihe bikos asị ya jụti ya onye zitere ya nụ because I'm na ubet nwere zonal coordinators
yes
ya bụ ụlọ zonal coordinator ha zitere ka anyị mara oge ihe ọ bịara ịna you know so because na onye ubet ahụgo na onye ọ na-engage nwe contact ma ebe a na-eje onye ahụ wee si ebe ahụ ma gịnị disappear so these are the challenges Amanda na-eze and abịa sị na na-akwụ multiple taxation m wee tie ego anya na mmiri wee nune ihe a wee sị ihe abụrụkwana multiple taxation the only thing wụ ndị a na-akwụnye ya n'aka because na ọ da agarisha na akpa gọọmenti inyekwezie ndị gọọmenti bịazikwa na nke ha esi na anazi ya multiple mana ọ na ndị ahụ nọbụrụ na ya before ịmara ala dị mma wuru ndị nze ndị anọghị ebe a rie ego atọ mere ha ị ga-efu ihe onye na-enwere ha shop 100,000 were ya na-edisive ndị mmadụ na control millions na akaụntụ ya uduka onye ahụ eche itinye isi ebe ahụ dịkọ ya ekwe mba.
Okay, now from your side,
yes,
as people in charge of tax collection in Anambra State Internal Revenue Service, what have been the emerging challenges that you discovered in the line of your duty?
Okay, the challenge you discovered in the line, or the reason why people are not paying their taxes, which of them? The challenge you have encountered in the line of tax administration and collection is enormous. Sometimes we have societies or groups. Like, in fact, one of the fascinating things I noticed on my arrival here in 2023 was that people think that you pay your taxes as a group. Okay. So, say, for example, Association of Private Schools, they will say, SSA, go and hire as a group, then I could just see a letter that no one is anybody say no. All the schools under this association, all the school owners that form this are independent persons. Yes, the schools are supposed to pay tax as a school, as an entity, as an organization. You, as the owner of the school, are also supposed to pay. I see no, not and everybody get different amounts and say yes. You actually will not pay the same thing. I am not on this student now. If tax authority do assessment or not, three of us cannot pay the same thing.
Yeah.
Because it's not they actually have to look at your income, look at your line, your sources of income, and then put it on the tax calculator. It will whatever you're supposed to pay will come up. So that's one of the biggest funny challenges we experience along the lines where people think that they're supposed to pay taxes as a group. Aside that, you see people who think that now this tax collection but their family inheritance. I can say, oh, I am the brother of so person, name so bucket. In fact, at a point, chairman is not even in a my window because it is from them we learned that there's something we call revenue bucket. Nemu haulage, nemu ngapakara, nemu this and that. But you see, we have our own staff who are already trained in this line, like Ugochi will always say, who are reasonably professional to do this work. But you see, you have maybe non-state actors or caustic actors interrupting what we are doing, trying to impose themselves in the process. They want to do it for us. But we're telling them you can't do it because they are not trained to do it. And maybe the boys who want to deploy to do these things are probably touts on the streets because you can't find a graduate, help in the tanker and the trailer. All right. So there are other ones are also, major leakages. For somebody like in the line of business premises last year when we did just sample investigation, for somebody who has been deployed to go and collect business premises in a certain location. Come on, guys, see her. This is where you're supposed to go and pay your money, or see her. Give it to me to go and pay for you. But what we have done this year was to sample how these guys are going to lose their job. So we have said it, if we get you trying to cut corners as a staff, you are leaving immediately. We're not going to compromise on that. So that when the money hits the right account, our people can see the benefit of them paying taxes. Because truly, in the tax law, you must get exactly the same benefit for it. But then, the general good is supposed to be provided. So if all of us pay taxes, it will translate to having the right amenities and facilities within the state. Hospitals are now work, public schools are now function properly with the right trained teachers. The roads are the good, security are the reasonable. So now our staff that is in any way trying to manipulate taxpayers or cut corners is going almost instantly. Then other things too, Mr. Governor has given us that go ahead to restructure and make sure that everybody working under us are professionally conducting themselves so that our people are enjoying the services that we give.
Okay, thank you very much. SSA Ebi Kanonia bo ihe mmemme anyị na-akpọ Tax for Service na ABS 88.5 FM. Oge elukwanu mgbe anyị na unu ga-ali nkata. Really people started calling, but now we are ready to take your calls. Obuni ichi join anyị kpọọ anyị na 0904-956-0826. 0904-956-0826. We're buying at 0706-538-1320. 0706-538-1320. In our OTC, Kedi Uzo government gesi we make a anatu TC. Call delegate ma de qualify ma. Call it transparently and accountably done. We have a call. Please call back. Hello, good afternoon. Hello? Okay, just call back. Let's quickly take a break. When we return, probably our lines will work better. We'll be right back.
Do you know that payment of tax is a civic responsibility? Do you also know that no nation or state develops well when its citizens do not pay tax? What is the government's role in ensuring that taxes collected are used effectively to benefit the people, especially traders? How can the needs of the various markets in Anambra be articulated in the annual budgets and also implemented for their development?
Tax for service.
Do you pay your tax? Why should you, as a trader and Anambra, contribute your fair share through tax? What does the government owe you when you pay your tax? Join us on
Tax for Service. Live
on Anambra Broadcasting Service Radio, 88.5 FM, Oka, every Tuesday from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. Come, let's discuss data for tax policy decisions and improvements in tax for service in Anambra State. Remember, by participating in this program every week, we will hold duty bearers accountable and transparent in revenue generation, and you will also understand why you must pay your tax.
Tax for Service. Brought
to you by the Social and Integral Development Center, CDEC, Tax Justice and Governance Platform, Anambra State, in collaboration with Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, CISLAC, funding support from Oxfam.
All right, we are back on the program, Tax for Service. Here we have been talking with two beautiful ladies who are tax experts. Yes, here we have Amara Keto Yeka, Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on IGR, Technical Anambra State, and also Gucci Garike, who is the ED, Social and Integral Development. She's our host on Tax Justice Governance Platform. And remember that we've been talking about enhancing tax administration achievements, emerging challenges, and the way forward in Anambra State. Now, people have been calling. Biko, you can now call, and then we'll attend to your queries. Hello?
Good afternoon, all.
Good afternoon. Onye batalo.
Udo di kodulu n'ụlọ dị kwa nwa ọkụ bụrụ onye
Udo di kwa n'oge
I chief Nzeze Nwata, one of the South Lagos.
Okay. No. Nzeze Nwata, High Chief Nzeze Nwata. Okay.
Darling.
Oh, darling. So from First Stack, Lagos.
Yes, yes, okay. And the PA there, also, come out the quad guy. So she's with us at the time. Now, my question is, when I was to make a campaign, now one make a people over tax freely and willingly. Now, when I like that, make just follow those people now for those tax anyị nwa anyị niile na anyị na-akwụcha na anyị na-ebe akwụta asịga ndị then ahụra na-ajụ akụkọ alụsị anyị anyị chọrọ because anọ m the challenges one of the guests ukwu na the major challenges ebe oji dị n'akwụ na ọpịanụfa na-efe owu a na-afụ alụ ife eji alụpụta ụra mgbe ebe ị na-agawa alụ na-ajụ pastọ ya gaa kedu ife pastọlụ before na alụba ka ọ like akwụcha welụjelụọla anyị towa na okwulu ọbịa ebe anyị ji ebe daalụ
so
okay yes ọ dị mma ọ sị yes na ekwesịghị na-ajụ taxpayers ka ihe ha chọọ ọ jụrụ ofuma and we thank you Eze Nwata for calling in and asking that very important question because that's the honest mindset of an ordinary taxpayer in any state. I've paid my tax. Obugoro not 23,000, bro not 50,000, bro not 100,000. So now, what do the government do for me? The honest truth is, statutorily, or a direct demand on government, see, I've paid my tax, what will you do for me? But then, it is on the government to know that the people have made general contribution for public goods. Now, that public good I said before the call accord is that it will be translated in the way that public services are rendered to the people. So, the state government is not expected to go and build private breachy schools for your children and maybe subsidize it, but they can renovate and recruit and train teachers for public schools. Okay. Make sure that our doctors in the general hospitals are treating people well. So say for example, clearly in Anambra State, before now, free education at the bureau for primary schools. And Mr. Governor, you free education for Umakana primary school. Make upgrade there to junior secondary, okay? So if you have a child now in Anambra and that child is probably between the ages of 6 and 7 or 8 Gaba primary school, you have free education from now to like 12, 13 years. That is what your tax money is doing. Oye na general hospital je monwa, Mr. Governor, na government this current dispensations, it means that the cost of you delivering and everything is taken care of by the government. That is what you benefit. I see sometimes our people also want the fact that they are paid their taxes. So for that, see Amaben na Haputa Express, Ekwesi area. We also calling on the good people of Anambra, Omunai, Ndiji, Ndi Putalife, to come back and collaborate with us. There is no rule that says that for the fact that you're not living in Anambra State, because even though as much as taxes are paid by means of residence, you say, I'm living in Lagos, I'm living in Ibadan, I'm living in Kwara State, but then if you're from Anambra State, you can still come home and collaborate with us on those little community projects. Okay. Yes.
One of the development plans of the state government is the adoption of PPCP, that's private-public community partnership. But then sure. There's a way, I think civil societies, there's a way that you go and then form partnership, deliberately form partnership for the citizens and the people. Yes. How did you do it in this project, Gochi?
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, Mzeze Nwata, for that question, and also SSA on your responses. Yeah, for us, over the years, we've engaged ASATO, Anambra State Association of Town Union, to develop what we call community charters of demand. We've done that looking at 3 priorities from the governors, our government, our administrative blueprint. We've done that, and that also informs Anambra State budget for some years now. But we said no. Yes, we know that markets are in the communities, but then again, there are also communities of their own, because we have structured market in this state. Based on that, we started what we call market charters of demand, because that's the question he's now asking. In as well as SSA addressed it, right? So based on that, we engaged 21 major markets in Anambra State.
Charters of demand.
Okay, charters of demand. We call it tools. We are tools. Ndobudunda jide government we say okay. So that charters of demand, I engage 21 major markets. That 21 major markets, 7 per senatorial zones. So some of the markets I engage, you can wear Anambra Central senatorial zone where Mato. So Afigwe markets, Omudioka. I engage, and when we engage them, has na natural drainage system, because their drainage system they packed, so they needed support from government to do that. Then solar light, transformer, portable water, and they have this Omo Ajani ring road that they also want government. So in fact they were specific. Yes, this particular road we had Chaka government in Rwanda. Then look at Ekoka, they were demanding for fire trucks. If you recall, January there was a lot of fire outbreak. So and before you get these fire service people, it always take time. So because of that, Ekoka they demanded for fire trucks, solar light, and portable water. Ibiana these electrical parts market Obosi. That in Idemri North, Hachokwa, that fire truck, portable water, and modern toilet facilities. Then in Nenekwanya na Bridgehead, Obogu. That's Obogu. So in Nenekwanya such market, the solar light, modern toilet facilities, and the overhead tank. Then I better say international building material Ogidi. International building material Ogidi, fire service, fire truck, solar light, CCTV camera, VIP toilet. Then if you come other zones, if you're Anambra North senatorial zones, okay. electrical parts Onisha, you hope your overhead tank, portable water, modern toilet facility, or Chanja market Onisha Caribbean way concrete floor, because has na rather their floor half. They now needed support from government to complete the project. CCTV camera, solar lights, roads. Okay. So that's other market.
Yes.
You've articulated. Okay.
Yes.
I wanted to ask a follow-up question.
Okay.
That you've articulated all these challenges, all these needs of markets in Anambra State.
Specifically.
When did you do it?
Okay, so this is a current intervention that was done.
Because I'm actually worried about the hope for their needs to be
met.
Okay, no, this was conducted November last year.
Yes,
and we shared it because there were a lot of environmental.
Was it before the budget cycle started?
No. We did first phase before the budget cycle, and we submitted.
So have you achieved any success? Have you seen any of these items, get into the budget, state budget?
Yes, the first one we did reflected in 2024 budget, and we did a budget pullout that we shared with the market leaders. So based on that, I know at this Obado main market, they were able to do their portable water. They have about 5 station portable waters and taps that are running.
Well, later you tell us how such markets could go about doing their pullouts, getting their pullouts from the budget, so that their need to be.
Okay, so what we normally do, like this 2025 budget is already out. We've done a budget analysis for 2025. In fact, we shared with the Commissioner for Commerce and Industry, we shared with the Commissioner for Environment, because there are a lot of environmental issues here. All those drainage system, what is it called? Erosion signs in some places. So we've shared, and this commissioner was so happy. We shared with SPAD, Special Advisor to Governor on market, and they said that this market leader should now do a letter with these their needs and submit for implementation now. In fact, that was last week. We've also engaged AIRS in as much as AIRS, that is in terms of generating
the money.
But then we still work with them. That's why you have. So we still work with them to share those policies, their innovations that people can key in.
Okay, thank you, Gochi. I think the SSA wants to talk.
Yes.
You wanted to talk.
Yes, I actually wanted to make further comment on what Gochi have detailed. In fact, Gochi, I want to thank you because these are some of the ways that you can know the minds of our people. So it's not like serving someone without asking what exactly the person wants. But let me just say this. In 2024, that was last year, when the chairman Internal Revenue Service, Dr. Greg, called a meeting of Ndiafia, reason was that we wanted to move what they call market levy from what it was, I think 12,000 or so, to a certain amount. They revoted it. In fact, it took us back and forth deliberations more than 2 or 3 times for us to agree on increments in that fee. Now, if you check the other southeast states, right, the other states around Anambra, you see that the market levy we collect here is the lowest, so to say. But you see, I'm happy Nandiafia knows specifically what they want. So let's give it just a literal example. Say, Namchoiro phone with pounded yam. It means that I have to go and buy all the ingredients and everything, light my stove or my gas and begin to cook it to taste. So, but I'm pleading with our people. That market levy in Ndiafia is not their taxes. In fact, the last stakeholder meeting we had with other Southeast states, they told us those oil companies, the multinational companies within the Southeast in Anambra State, is in the over 100 markets that Ugochi is always hammering that Anambra State have. So just imagine that every single person at the market pays their personal income tax. Anambra State will be doing above 10 billion a month. So when we do that, there is no reason. Has it got in a hatcho, CCTV across all the market? The government will listen because the resources are there. But not when they pay just maybe 29,000 or something for a whole year. And then you see our people, the people who have shops across more than 6-7 markets will tell you they have only, in fact, that they are squatting in one shop. They want to pay personal income tax as 20,000. So if every single importer in Anambra State pays 20,000 naira a year as their personal income tax, how are we going to provide these things? Mr. Governor has said he's not going to go and borrow to take care of the state. The state is capable of taking care of his state, of itself, and I quite agree. So it's just about teamwork and seeing it as our own. Some of these things I need demand. If you go to Lagos State, for example, if India, tomato, this and that, they are happy to pay. Some of them pay 2.5 a week, ordinary fees. In fact, when they see the tax person coming, because exactly, no, I'm just giving an instance, whichever means. Why is because they have seen that Lagos is like a mega city and they're happy about what they see. So if our people are dreaming of making Anambra another mega city, which is also the dream of the governor, you have to do it a teamwork. Ndiafeni may have to open up. Like now, I now buy for this February. So when we enter the market, we need that cooperation, we need that reception, so that our people pay the right amount of tax. If we hit above 10 billion a month, whatever the market people want, we certainly will have the resources to do it.
Okay, thank you very much, Amara, for that submission. Because this is supposed to be, an interaction between us and you. So call us on 0904 956 0826 0904 956 0826. Wine at 0706 538 1320. 0706 538 1320. Kedifa Geme, what improvement would you make tax payment? Would make
you like
tax payment? No, that will make tax payment, more effective and transparent for you. We are personalizing it. What one improvement would make tax payment more effective and transparent for you in Anambra State? Because I know go that this is the only way we can know your needs, and then the SSA will go back home and then do something that will please you. Tax. Okay? now let's talk about let's go on as we talk. We've spoken about partnerships.
Yes.
But do you think we have some reforms that are strategic that we can use to curb tax evasion and then enhance accountability?
Yes, in fact, that also brings us to the topic of today, technology.
So we have a call, sorry,
okay.
Let's speak. Hello, oh, we've lost the call, go ahead.
Yes, technology in enhancing tax administration in Anambra, as Ugochi wants us to make it a pointer for today's discussion. And she said, notification, collection, remittance, and accounting system. When it comes to notification, for example, now in Anambra, once you pay your tax, you get a beep on your phone as your message that you have paid. And then that receipt that you generate online, it has a QR code. So when you scan it, it also takes you back to the details of what you have paid. So, a fake receipt, you can easily just dictate it now, unlike before where, people collect your money.
Amara,
that's fine.
Hello, good afternoon. Welcome. Your name and location.
Somewhere no train in work. If they go there, they got the money. What do or die? If you don't do or die, you won't much. Every many people which is wrong. But someone has to do it. The man has done how to qualify for that work. That they are quite on another. They are not the need for you to pay the thing. Why? In a contract, I get collected. No one collected. Or no way, tap on most of the thing. So, as I make a woman, so I can't not do that.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Biko Kedafagi.
My name is Raphael.
Abel, thanks for calling.
Thank you so much.
So,
I have paid my tax every day when my tax.
oh,
Can I call you Abel? Yes, he deserves
thank you
it.
for calling. Dalo.
Thank you.
Call. Please call back. You were talking about notification.
Yes, in fact, all the spirit of this Abel Kainidi. Thank you, Abel, for being a tax complying citizen. We appreciate you, and we are hoping that every other person, Autumn, Iche, and you can see he is also happy, calling us and
boldly saying that.
Thank you, Abel. We appreciate you.
Hello, good afternoon. Hello. Oh, we've lost the call. Yes.
So, go to say here about technology in terms of notification. When you put that, yes, there's no how you pay your taxes now in Anambra State and not get a feedback, either via your email or via text messages. That is how far we have advanced, and I'm proud to say that. In terms of collection, this February we have come up with that initiative of zero cash. Part of the things we have done is that we bought some buses to help in making tax enlightenment and engagement faster.
Are you doing it now? Or
yes, we are already doing it. Okay. So these buses are given out across the zones, and it will be moving on the street from next week. That will also help. But aside that, we believe in stakeholder engagement, because you cannot really serve the people without the people knowing that you're serving them and in the manner that you're serving them. Yeah. So we continue to do that as this year advances, to have stakeholder engagement across all our respective stakeholders, to make sure that we carry them along in what we are doing and they appreciate what we are doing. Now, in terms of remittance, once you make your payment and you go back and check your tax profile, you will see that money resting in that place. So, but Anma Yondibai Bikono, the people who are non-state actors, all these people need t-shirts, staff anybody bosisi na achi your keke na achi your moto does not work for us. Do not work for us. In fact, one of the things that their chairman have said is that this year we'll come out with a certain clothing for people who are going to be moving around for this tax enumeration and collection. So, and then armed with their ID card. Last year, every single person that works in ARS has an ID card. So when they approach you, ask them for their identification so that you can identify them appropriately. So, but in the buying, I'm begging us, when these people come, make sure that they are the right set of people, so that you don't put your money in the wrong place and say no on the ARS. Because last year, there were a lot of incidences of people losing their lives. Apologies for that. And then I saw on the ARS. But on deeper investigation, you see that these are touts. These are people who also want to play a role in whatever the state is doing. So I'm pleading with our people, make sure that you are dealing with the right person. If you are in doubt, I'll also release some numbers that you can call at the end of this program. Exactly. And we'll also share it online. I constantly send to Gochi, and we'll continue to do that too across all our social media, so that people can.
We have a call. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon and welcome. You can watch another radio or move away from it. All right. Your name and location, please.
My name is Ken from Anambra.
Ken from Anambra. Please speak
Ken,
to
you're
us.
Welcome.
Talk to us.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you very well.
Okay, I'm here to say thank you very much.
Hello, Ken. Hello, Ken. Would you mind calling back? I don't know if you know. Hello, Ken. Okay, please call back, eh? Yes, SSA.
Yes, I'm with you, ma.
Yes. Now, we are just about rounding off. But before we go, I'd like to know how you've been able to collaborate with, the government has adopted the development plan of PPCP. So we would like at this point to know how you've been able to collaborate with people who are not government officials, government MDAs, to make sure that tax payment is accountable and transparent in Anambra State. But that will be after this call. Hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Because what's another radio? Oh. Right. Talk to us. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Maduka.
Maduka, raise your voice a bit, okay?
Maduka, you're welcome.
Hello, I'm calling from Ukla.
From where?
I'm calling from Ukla.
Okay. On the tax, I never win on Maduka.
Huh?
The tax, I never win on.
No, I'm not a person. I used to go to Onitsha.
Okay. What will you do? Can I know?
Someone who can do a code.
Yes.
Now, I don't know what you know. Why is it that niggas be on it like this? When I it's not your money, and I said not have a month because on the another world government for that.
Okay.
Uh.
Oh, and also,
Okay, help. Also,
na Niger on the channel, indeed, they were coded.
Yes.
You never on the AIRS.
Yes.
Now, I know the local government or when I know come and say na for them
So, Mr. Okay, is this still on call?
you can just cut and listen.
So, Mr. Maduka, because you get memo, and you could get all these people when they approach you, ask them for the identification card or something, because not everybody now on Anambra State Internal Revenue Service have ID card, and it is it has a QR code that you can also scan to verify, so nobody can fake it. So when they approach you, please ask for them to identify themselves. That is one. Then, nobody should pay cash to anybody in 2025.
Yeah.
The Anambra State Internal Revenue Service has said it is zero cash going forward. So whatever they are saying, it must be through the electronic means. Either you're going to the bank.
Thank you. Okay.
Go ahead.
Hello, good afternoon. Where are you calling from, Honorable Imakunde? From where? On the chat.
You're welcome,
Okay,
sir.
go ahead and talk to us, Honorable. Okay.
The man is a Thank you very much.
Okay,
Yes.
Honorable Ima.
On the cook about India coda.
I think you should do, this, like say,
intergovernmental.
No, what I'm saying is intergovernmental. These are complaints from the people.
Yes.
And you must relay it to the government. Now, when that's neighbor code and the people don't like how they operate. Thank you very much for all the just
because yes, India code do not work for the state. In fact, last year what we were doing was to use our van to go and pick them up and detain them. So when cases of this, these boys are gathered somewhere, you can alert us. But what we're going to do is at the end of this program, we also continue to share how you can reach us to inform us about these people.
Now? The numbers to call. Ogochi, you have yours. Everybody get ready with your numbers.
Yes,
Let's go.
I think we have the numbers here. I'll hand over to SSE.
All right, let's do it quickly.
Okay, so if you want to reach us, you can call us on 090-5323-4816. Or you reach us on 081-02442748 or 091-66905784, 00830-66051, or finally 081-780-70006 or 7000. Thank you. Let's take it one more time. If you want to call us to make complaints or to interact with us, you call us on 090-5323-4816 4816 or 081-02442748 or 091-66905-784 or 080-830-66051 or finally 081-780-7000.
Thank you very much, Amara Keto Yeka, Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on IGR, Technical Anambra State, for coming to the program.
Thank you. Thank you so very much.
Ugochi,
thank you, Divine.
Yes, Ugochi Yahurike, thanks for always being here for us. Dalono, Ndibani, yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ifi. Thank you, SSA. Thank you, Divine. Ndoma Geraenti. Okachanke, Ndrine Borono Makowa. Their own experiences, we don't take you for granted, and believe me, we are going to take this forward.
Time up. My name is Ifi Onachuku. See you again next week. We have you on our mind, and remember to make the calls. Use the numbers. Call. Table your problems, your challenges, and then it will be attended to. For now,
thank you. Bye.
See you again next week. Thanks a lot. And once again, we say tax for service.
Bye.